The Drake equation. It's either the most exciting mathematical formula in astronomy or the most terrifying, depending on how you look at it. Today, we're diving into this cosmic calculation that could tell us if we're alone in the universe.
Oh, that's a heavy topic to start with. What exactly makes this equation so exciting? Or terrifying?
Well, it's all about the implications. The Drake equation attempts to estimate the number of detectable alien civilizations in our galaxy. Depending on the numbers you plug in, you either end up with a universe teeming with intelligent life, or one where we're utterly alone.
That's quite the range of possibilities. So, how does this equation actually work?
It's essentially a series of factors that, when multiplied together, give us an estimate of how many civilizations might be out there. We start with the rate of star formation in our galaxy, which astronomers estimate to be around 5 new stars per year.
That doesn't sound like a lot for an entire galaxy.
You're right, it doesn't. But remember, we're talking about an average over billions of years. The next factor is the fraction of those stars that have planets. Thanks to the Kepler Space Telescope, we now know that planets are incredibly common. Almost every star has at least one.
Oh, wow, that's actually pretty exciting. So does that mean there could be billions of planets out there?
Exactly. But here's where things start to get tricky. The next factor is how many of those planets could actually support life. Based on what we know about Earth-like conditions, it's probably a tiny fraction, maybe as low as 0.3%.
That's quite a drop. So we go from billions of planets to, what, millions?
Right. And then we have to consider how often life actually arises on those potentially habitable planets. This is where our lack of data really becomes apparent. We only have one example, Earth, to work with.
Well, that's not very helpful. What can we learn from just one planet?
Not much, unfortunately. It's like trying to understand all of human culture by studying a single person. But we do know that life on Earth appeared relatively quickly after the planet formed, which might suggest that life emerges easily given the right conditions.
Or it could mean we just got incredibly lucky, right?
Exactly. And that uncertainty carries through to the next factors. How often does life become intelligent? And how often does that intelligent life develop technology that we could detect?
So, what happens when we plug all these uncertain numbers into the equation?
Well, that's where it gets interesting, or terrifying depending on your perspective. With conservative estimates, we end up with 0. 0 detectable civilizations in our galaxy.
0? That's... wow. That's actually kind of scary to think about.
It is. But here's the thing. If we adjust just a couple of our estimates, suddenly the picture changes dramatically. If we assume that life and intelligence are more likely to arise, and that civilizations tend to survive for a very long time, we could be looking at millions of alien civilizations out there.
So either we're all alone in a vast, empty universe, or we're surrounded by alien life that we just can't detect yet. I'm not sure which option is more unsettling.
You know, that's exactly what leads us to the famous Fermi paradox. Physicist Enrico Fermi asked, if the universe is teeming with intelligent life, where is everybody? It's a question that's been puzzling scientists for decades.
Right? Because if there are so many potential civilizations out there, shouldn't we have seen some evidence of them by now?
Exactly. There are a lot of proposed solutions to the Fermi paradox. Some suggest that intelligent life might be incredibly rare, which would explain why we haven't detected anyone else. Others propose that civilizations might tend to destroy themselves before they can spread across the galaxy.
That's a pretty grim thought. Are there any more optimistic explanations?
Oh, absolutely. Some theorists suggest that advanced civilizations might choose to stay hidden, either to avoid interfering with less developed species or to protect themselves. There's also the idea that we might simply not recognize alien communications or technology if we encountered it.
So we could be surrounded by alien radio broadcasts or artifacts, but we're just not seeing them because we don't know what to look for? That's a mind-bending thought.
It really is. And it brings us back to the importance of keeping an open mind when we search for extraterrestrial intelligence. We need to be prepared for the possibility that alien life might be radically different from what we expect.
You know, all this talk about the Drake equation and the Fermi paradox really highlights how much we still have to learn about the universe. It's humbling, isn't it?
Absolutely. But it's also incredibly exciting. Every new discovery, every refinement of our estimates brings us closer to understanding our place in the cosmos. And who knows? Maybe someday we'll solve the equation and find out we're not alone after all.
Or maybe we'll discover that we are alone, and that makes our existence even more precious and miraculous. Either way, it's a profound realization.
That's a great point. Whether we're alone or not, the fact that we're here at all, capable of pondering these questions and searching for answers, is pretty amazing when you think about it.
It really is. And it makes you wonder about the responsibility that comes with that. If we are alone, or even just one of a very few intelligent species, doesn't that make it even more important that we take care of our planet and each other?
You're absolutely right. The Drake equation isn't just about alien life. It's also a reminder of how rare and valuable our own existence might be. It's a call to appreciate what we have, and to keep striving to understand more about our universe.
And to keep looking up at the stars, wondering what's out there. Because even if the odds seem low, the potential payoff of discovering we're not alone is enormous.
Exactly. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence is about more than just finding aliens. It's about understanding our place in the universe, pushing the boundaries of our knowledge, and maybe even learning something about ourselves in the process.
You know, when you put it that way, it almost doesn't matter what the true answer to the Drake equation is. The journey of trying to solve it is valuable in itself.
That's a profound observation. It reminds me of something Carl Sagan once said. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Whether that's alien life or some other cosmic mystery, the important thing is that we keep searching.
And keep asking questions, even when the answers seem out of reach. That's what science is all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's about pushing the boundaries of our knowledge, challenging our assumptions, and being open to new possibilities. The Drake equation embodies all of that.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it. A single equation that encompasses questions about the origins of life, the nature of intelligence, the fate of civilizations. It's like a roadmap for exploring the biggest mysteries of the universe.
And it's a reminder of how interconnected everything is. The same processes that led to our existence, star formation, planet formation, the evolution of life, are happening all across the universe. We're part of something much bigger than ourselves.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. It makes the universe feel less empty, even if we haven't found anyone else out there yet.
Exactly. And who knows? Maybe someday we'll be the advanced civilization that younger species are searching for. Maybe our radio signals or space probes will be the first evidence of intelligent life that some distant world discovers.
Now that's an inspiring thought to end on. We might be alone now, but we're reaching out into the cosmos, adding our voice to the universal conversation.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up. We've journeyed from the basics of the Drake equation to the profound implications of our place in the cosmos. Remember, everyone, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep your cosmic curiosity alive. The universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled.
And whether we're alone or not, the important thing is to keep looking up at the stars and wondering, who knows what we might discover next?
Absolutely. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars, and may the cosmic odds be ever in your favor.